Hello folks, I'm here in the beautiful Torrey Pines State Nature Reserve in La Jolla, California, in San Diego County, and this is just a magnificent place. I highly recommend a visit here, as I've said, and it's just a magnificent place. And I just wanted to share with you one of the incredible, features of this park. And obviously this park is named for, and rightly so, the beautiful Torrey Pines, Pinus torreyana here. They're incredible species and quite rare, only 9 to 10,000 in the wild. So really crazy. But I wanted to share with you another incredible species here, which is just insane. This is one of the biggest ones I've seen in the park, and it's just absolutely crazy, mind-blowing, this thing. So this is a chaparral prickly pear. Chaparral is the fancy term for the scrub ecosystem here, which is the type of ecosystem you find along coastal Southern California and into northern Baja California, along the coast, and then once you go inland it becomes desert. But chaparral is usually categorized by slightly more rain. Obviously it's not at all a wet ecosystem, it's very much a dry one, but it gets a little more rainfall by the coast, and it has this still a lot of desert plants, Opuntia, lots of cacti, some cholla, and Java yucca, which is most certainly a desert species. But you have these magnificent cacti here. This thing is a chaparral prickly pear, Opuntia auricola, and this thing is just insane. So this is like a tree-like cactus. Some cacti are called tree cacti. This is certainly a tree cacti, and very much looks like a tree. And I saw another one down there. It just has this crazy, literal, like woody trunk to it. And they do have spines on the trunk sometimes, but look at that, the way the trunk just sort of blends into that old ancient pad there. So I don't know how old these exactly grow to, but I'm guessing this thing's at least like 40 years old. Maybe 50 years old, maybe more. I honestly have no idea, but just like take a second to look at the size of that pad, of these pads. I don't want to get my hand pricked, but sorry, let me zoom out for a second. Look at my hand next to this thing. These are massive pads. This is, one of the biggest cacti I've ever seen, the biggest cactus I've ever seen in the wild, certainly. And just magnificent. I've been in the desert in Utah and Arizona, which is, a desert ecosystem, and you don't have the kinds of cacti that are nearly as big as this. Kinds of prickly pear, obviously you have, saguaro and stuff like that, but in terms of Opuntia, there's nothing nearly as big that I've seen in Utah or Arizona, where I've gone hiking in the desert, as this. This thing is, let's see, this thing's got to be nearing 8 feet tall. This is huge. And then you can see, late afternoon sun coming in, but you can see this beautiful red, ripe prickly pear. So if you get those things off, they have spines on them, obviously, so you want to either boil them or de-spine them in some way, but those things taste amazing. This is an unripe one there, as you can see. And these pads are just insane. You can go over to some of these older ones here. They have relatively spineless, but you will still see a little bit of spines along the edge there. But just beautiful plant. I've got a picture of myself next to here, and unfortunately some idiots, as they always do, arbor vandalism. They vandalize this cactus, and this is really, obviously it's illegal, and they really need to start punishing this. I don't know if they do or don't, but this is just horrible to see. And unfortunately a lot of these huge cacti have that, but it's really sad. And then over here we have some other prickly pear. So this looks like just a giant old Opuntia auricola. And then you have these interesting agave here. So this is, I don't know the exact species of this beautiful little agave here. And then over here we have the other prickly pear species found in this ecosystem, which is Opuntia littoralis, the coastal prickly pear, native to coastal Southern California, and I believe into Baja as well, along the coast, and very much very similar range to Opuntia auricola. And I believe there are wild hybrids of the two species, but super cool to see, and just see them growing next to each other. And this is littoralis, literally means like low and spreading, so it stays in these low clumps, and this very much has these giant pads and grows very high like a tree cactus. So they're very easy to distinguish this way. This one has like little spines and just little tiny ones. This one has much larger spines despite its much smaller pads that grow along there, and so that's an easy way to distinguish them. So that's Opuntia littoralis, the coastal prickly pear, and this is the magnificent Opuntia auricola, the chaparral prickly pear, and just an absolutely amazing plant. You can see some more there, young one there, more down there along the road with under the canopy of those beautiful Torrey Pines. So thanks for watching, folks. This is an Opuntia auricola chaparral prickly pear. I wish we could grow them. I believe they're too cold sensitive, certainly for the DC area. And they also, you know, like the dry weather out here, so they wouldn't do well where I am, but I really wish they would, because this thing's really insane. I mean, this is just a magnificent cactus. All right, have a good one, folks. Take care.